Free your roofies, you know what I'm saying?
Right now, what you're seeing is a blurry dog and her blurry owner sitting behind her.
I'm kind of retarded.
Hi, you must be new.
In syphilis, the treatment is usually with penicillin.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. We hope you enjoyed number 100. We're still coming off the high from that. How you feeling today?
I feel great.
Yeah, you look good. If you're watching, you can see that we put on another spectacle for you guys.
Yeah, yours is a little more involved than mine.
Yeah, but it's still just a onesie with some shoulder pads. So I am. If you're not watching, I am King Varian Wren from World of Warcraft, the movie, which came out in like 2015 or 16.
It's legit, dude. Like
it is.
You're pretty impressive to sit across from right now.
Thanks. I actually watched it today and it almost fell apart.
It looks horrible. It looks dirty as hell.
Yeah, it didn't.
But it's battle worn. It's armor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not supposed to be clean.
Well, I mean, you can get a little polish, boy.
Yeah, I mean, the shoulders look good.
I didn't do child labor, though.
I'm glad the lion is towards camera.
Yeah, me too. That would have been very
we could have switched
disappointing.
It.
I think you can. His Velcro's in a different spot. We could have
figured it out.
Yeah,
I'm Sriracha.
Sriracha boy.
Squeeze my tip. Get a little surprise.
Yeah, so you got a Sriracha shirt on, and then you have a green
beanie
on top of your head for the squirting.
Squirt action. Squaction.
Yeah. Squaction.
So this is the Squaction at Large podcast. We're squirting and furting all over.
That's right, and we're dirty about it too. So yeah, Halloween. Well, we got 3 this episode, and then 2 more.
Allegedly,
supposedly, and so.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. So it was kind of weird having the 100 and Spookmonth, but we tried to combine it as much as we could. But now we get back to the
full spook,
the ghouls and goblins and creatures of the night and the unexplained and everything in between. And so I thought we could start out with doing a little ranking of what we find to be the scariest monsters.
Okay.
So I found a little. I went through a few articles and found a few that that other people did. There weren't a lot of great ones because some people just put like random stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. I would say home invaders.
Home invaders?
Pretty scary.
Okay. Yeah.
Rapists.
Yeah, we're talking about make-believe
things.
Sorry.
Not
Not real things. So yeah, Halloween creatures. So before we look, I thought we could like
name some,
because it's gonna be hard to just off the top of our head do the top 10.
Right.
But maybe we could do like our top 5 or something.
So we're thinking like movie, like fiction creatures, or are we just doing movies? Or is it all across all fictions?
Just fictional creatures like zombies.
Zombies are scary if they're fast. If they're slow, they're not scary.
Mm-hmm.
So they're pretty low on my list. I would say a full-blown werewolf's pretty terrifying. They're very fast. They have bloodlust. Don't have a lot of silver bullets lying around my house. I don't know about you.
Loose cannons, too.
Yeah.
It can be the nicest guy in the world, but once he goes werewolf, you're done.
I guess the only thing there is if you know your buddy's a werewolf, you know when to avoid him.
Yeah, but I don't. Maybe he has a liking to you or something, and he smells because it's like a dog, so they have a scent.
You gotta go in your basement, lock the door.
But now you're in a dark basement by yourself.
Yeah, that's better than being out in light with a werewolf.
Yeah, because you're gonna die.
Werewolf's scary. Jason is pretty scary.
Yeah. So what is Jason?
He's
is he a zombie?
He's kind of like a lake zombie. He's a moist zombie.
He is kind of he's a zombie, isn't he?
He's like a brined zombie.
He really is.
Yeah,
because he's very stupid. He can't speak.
Stupid.
But he doesn't
slow.
go off. He doesn't eat brains.
Mm-mm. He just hacks and slashes.
Yeah. But why? Doesn't make a lot of sense.
We gotta get up to date with our Voorhees lore, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Hockey mask.
Yeah, he loves hockey and bushwhacking.
Yeah, maybe that's all he wanted to be as a kid.
Michael Myers, same. I find Jason scarier than Michael Myers. I'll say it. I'm not saying that those are better movies, but I'm saying if I was in front of one or the other, I'd rather deal with Michael Myers than Jason.
I don't really find Michael Myers that the mask is super frightening. Mm-hmm. The music, the whole setting, but him is just an entity because he's just a guy.
Yeah. Which apparently I can't remember where I heard this, but the mask is William Shatner.
What?
The Michael Myers mask is a William Shatner mask?
I could kind of see it.
Apparently that's true.
Huh. Maybe, yeah.
But of those guys, I think if we're talking real world scenario, Freddy's the scariest of those three.
Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, because he gets in your dreams.
Yeah. Because, you can't escape him. Then you're not sleeping. And then you're sleep deprived, and then you're probably going to have a hallucination. I don't know the whole detail, but he could probably enter a hallucination and
probably
then take over. If I had to guess.
He could, yeah, he probably, I'm sure they could write it in.
Yeah.
Halloween creatures. So I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, if they're counting the Wicked Witch of the West.
I don't think they do. I think that's just
I mean, I can tell you what.
My number one is demons.
Demons. Okay.
That's scary to me.
Yeah, I mean, that was why Paranormal Activity was so creepy, the first one.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a movie, all right, this is kind of different from Halloween. But if I had to pick one movie monster I would not want to tussle with, it's going to be the alien from Aliens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big no.
Yeah.
Hard pass, Jerry.
Predator, too.
Predator, yeah. But see, Predator is less unsettling because it's more man-like, human-like.
Yeah.
The alien is terrifying.
The aliens, they
Rocky Horror Pictures.
They have Bigfoot on here.
Okay,
which
sure. I don't know how that.
Like, I guess I would. Here's the real
Patterson
life
Gimlin.
footage of Bigfoot. Clowns.
They said not spooky. That's why he's last place. Look,
yeah,
this is clearly a man in an ape costume, not spooky.
Yeah.
Clowns, I know people personally who are actually scared of clowns. It doesn't make much sense to me, but I'm not taking that away from them. Doesn't freak me out. Clowns themselves don't freak me out. Now, he's a demon.
Yeah, that's scary. See, that's the thing about clowns that's frightening. I don't think it's the makeup, the garb. It can be kind of frightening, but I think it's mainly just they're so weird and off, and they like talk in like a high pitched voice, and they're just I don't know. They seem like child rapists too.
Right. Yeah.
And it's weird to me. Too spooky for them.
Yeah, clowns just don't really freak me out.
Yeah, I mean that's the original, right?
Which is much scarier than that new bullshit.
Yeah. Ghost,
yeah. I mean, ghosts obviously.
That can come in any different form. Too.
Ghosts are terrifying.
Yeah.
If you run into a ghost, it's not fun.
Well, yeah, it's an entity.
Little spooky. Mummies, not at all.
No.
The only thing, all right, if we're talking, because I'm trying to put my head in like, all right, real world scenarios. So now let's say there is a pharaoh who has been wrapped up for thousands of years. But here's the difference, I think. If you're going lore wise, a mummy can probably put a curse on you.
Yeah, I guess that's so. What it's like a zombie witch combo,
like a zizzard.
A zizzard, a nice zizzard. Do you pop them?
You can.
Okay.
You'd rather not if sand comes out. Sand and toilet paper.
This is you remember this show, by the way?
No.
The Olsen twins. They were like little detectives.
Oh, was this one of their movies?
I think so. But yeah. Mummies. This poltergeist.
So aggressive ghosts. right? Is that what's the true definition of a poltergeist?
I think they're in the house or an invisible discipline. They can throw things, possesses people. Ooh, it sounds like a demon.
More like
ghost.
a demon, yeah.
Anything, yeah.
If something can take control of you,
that's awful.
that's bad news.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to encounter that.
No. Now I will say, hot take. Apparently, Poltergeist is a completely overrated movie.
I watched it when I was really young. I don't really remember what. I remember the house shaking and stuff, and people were just
overrated.
couldn't they just leave the house?
I mean, I don't know. The movie's terrible.
Say you lived in a haunted house. What would be the first thing you do? I'd leave the house.
I mean, you leave.
Yeah.
You try and sell it to the next chump.
Or either have sex with the ghost like Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown it.
Yeah, Bobby Brown it, then leave.
You either leave it or you Bobby Brown it.
Skeletons.
Not scary. There's literally 2 right here.
Yeah, that makes no
Not
sense.
scary at all. Vampires can be.
Yeah.
True Blood, also overrated and horrible. Very terrible show.
Yeah.
One of the worst, I'd say. The vampires in that, they were okay. They were cool. Twilight vampires, not scary.
No, but
Nosferatu,
like Vlad
scary.
the Impaler or something like
scary.
that. That's awful. You got like the Helsing where they turn into like giant bat creatures too. That would be pretty rough because that's almost like a dragon.
That is like a small dragon.
Yeah, I think dragons.
I like. I think Nosferatu is the scariest vampire though.
Okay. Witches.
Witches can be scary. They can also be hot. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah.
Some like crazy girl that just wants like your blood for a spell. That's kind of hot.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have to worry about witches anymore because of Salem.
Right.
So
well,
we're good.
if you are a witch, I'd like to worry about you.
Here's Charlize Theron. She's a witch.
Now
apparently.
imagine you run into a witch and it's freaking Charlize Theron. I mean, who do you call to get something like that to happen?
Daddy. Zombies.
I feel like we're blowing over witches too quick.
What else have we say about
I just feel
witches?
like we could probably look up some pretty good witch pictures.
Okay, zombies. So we already kind of talked about zombies.
They're slow and they're not scary at all. If they're fast, they're terrifying.
So that's what, spooky.
Oh, zombies
Infinite.
is their number one.
That's Please Save Me from Zombies.
Wow, this list is terrible.
Yeah, not the best. Like it was hard to find one that matched up with
the right answers,
my values.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something that kind of touched on a lot of spooky little things.
Yeah, and those are more Halloween-y for sure.
Yeah. I mean, definitely Halloween-y.
Except the mummies and clowns. I mean, I guess just because of Pennywise, I don't know.
Out of
Bigfoot's
these,
out of place.
Out of these, though, Bigfoot would be the best Halloween costume, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, out of these, I would say a truly scary vampire would be. Well, actually, you know what? It's probably. But I'm trying to think real world. So yeah, vampire.
You're going. I would go like poltergeist because it's kind of like a demon or a clown. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say clown because it's demon, the most demon-like thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, there you have it. So.
There you go, episode 101. That's a wrap.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, now.
But now, to kind of piggyback on that, how I was saying like the alien to me is the most terrifying movie monster. Can you think of a movie monster that's the most terrifying to you, or does it fall under one of these categories?
Yeah, I'd say like demonic. Like I mean, take your pick of any demon-like movie. Those are the
Exorcist.
Yeah, those are the only ones that actually scare me. Like I think like if I see like a Dracula type movie or a zombie, like maybe in the moment you get
like
a little
jump scare.
Yeah, but like the ones where there's actually like something that's maybe a real possibility, like a demon, and it comes and takes over you.
Right.
That's horrifying.
Have you ever gone on YouTube and watched like the Filipino exorcisms and like all the exorcisms from around the globe?
I tried to find some exorcisms for this.
I've watched a bunch of those.
I couldn't really find them. I wasn't looking in the right place.
I can give you some links.
I'd like to.
I can give you some links.
There are poltergeist sounds in here.
Flash poltergeists or spaceships. That's poltergeist. sliding into your butthole to take over your body.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was telling you earlier, I was hoping we could get some more spiritual forums going, but the site's down. I don't know if we broke it.
Do you think we sent too much traffic there?
It's possible. I don't know.
So you can't even get on there?
No, like why? This is I'll show you what happens.
Did we crash the spiritual forums?
It's possible. Watch it like work now or something.
Spiritualforums.com. Huh.
Yeah, there's a problem with the database, apparently.
Man, we got in just in time, didn't we?
Yeah.
I like to think we crashed it.
Yeah, I want to think that too. Yeah. So yeah.
Was it .com?
Yeah, that's the one. That was saved in my thing.
What do you think's going on here?
I don't know. So I will check back next week and
Conspiracy?
see. Yeah. So we do have some stuff that was sent in. If we want to look at that.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
All right. So let's see. We'll start with. Is this
From Zach?
Yeah, and then we have another one too.
You want to read this one, or you want to read the other one?
I'll read this one.
All right.
Does that make it better or worse? Or
They can. Well, I mean, they're not gonna be able to read it.
yeah. All right. So Zach sent this in. So he's just saying, I live in the neighborhood beside Old Bull Street Insane Asylum in Columbia, that's kind of a creepy thing in itself. There used to be an insane asylum right like in the middle of Columbia. At the edge of the neighborhood is a field filled with countless unmarked graves. Older residents have regaled us with tales of hearing the screams and moans of patients in the middle of the night, and of escaped patients wandering the streets in their robes.
Hey.
Yeah. Most of this I've learned since the incidents of our move-in week. I was unpacking boxes in our bedroom at the back of the house and felt a light yet unmistakable squeeze in my right cheek.
What was ass?
Jesus. Thinking my wife had snuck up behind me, I spun around to see nothing. I then turned my head and saw her down the hallway at the front of the house. I told her what happened, and her face turned as white as a ghost who had just molested me. She had been telling Brittany about the dream she had the night before, and when she saw an Asian woman in light blue summer dress with her arm draped across my sleeping body, who looked at her and said, I mean no harm, but I'll also be living here.
Oh,
That's
I don't like that
creepy.
last part.
Yeah, that's really creepy. Because
it's Asian.
the little
Asian
grab assing's just kind of fun, you know? It's a little weird,
Yeah,
but it's kind of fun. But then it
with
gets
that,
to this. It's like she's trying to mark her territory
right,
or something.
that's her ass now.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Wow.
So, man. So, yeah, I guess he lives in a haunted house, son, right?
Yes, man. I saw an Asian woman.
I mean, you know harm, but I'll also be living here.
Yeah, I don't go for that. I don't want anyone just being in my house, even if they don't mean harm. If I don't want them there, you know, and they're squatting.
Well, what do you think this is about though? Because this was apparently a dream
The
she
night
had.
before that he got grabbed was the dream happened. So maybe the ghost went into his wife's dream and was like, "Hey, listen."
Yeah. Do you think that's possible?
If we're saying ghosts are real, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. 85%.
85% is 25% not. But yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
It's Spookmonth. Anything's possible.
Dude, I need to have a dream like this. That'd be super cool.
Well, you apparently don't even dream.
I mean, I just don't remember
You just
them.
have boring ass dreams.
Just
Like
don't remember
you sitting
'em.
there making PB and J's.
That's my dream. My dream is the next day at work. Yeah, so that's pretty.
I mean, I wonder. I mean, Zach, have you seen or had anything else go on since then that you could send any follow up, anything? Or
was it just like
Kara had any other
this night and then the next day, or was there anything else? Have you felt more spooky things happen?
vibes? Have you heard the screams?
Maybe she grabbed the front.
Front butt.
Maybe he's banging her.
Zach,
why would you do
come
that?
on, dude, you're married. Bringing the
If
sweet
it's a
Asian
ghost, it doesn't
ghost?
count, though, right?
I don't know. Spooky
I don't
cheating.
think it does count.
We'll have to get in touch with Bobby Brown. Wow. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's pretty cool though. Like, a ghost finds you attractive,
Yeah,
or,
there is.
or at least thinks you got a tight little butt.
Yeah, so it seems like sexual ghost stories that's going to be kind of the main theme
It's our bread and butter.
of what's happening.
So Zach, who initiates it at night between you and the ghost? Like, are you able to let it know? Like, hey, I'd like to, get involved
And
tonight.
it's not cheating. We've
Oh yeah,
decided
no.
If that's cheating, then jerking off's cheating.
That's a good point because there's actually physical contact there.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Actually.
So, are you able to initiate it, or does it have to be the sweet Asian lady?
Yeah, and is there ever any ectoplasm? Which I'd like to know.
I'd love to know.
It'd be pretty cool.
Some spooky spunk.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
so keep us updated
Yeah,
on that.
if-
Zach,
yeah, if there is
and
any
thanks for
follow-up,
sending this in.
please tell us because I'm curious now.
Yeah, me too. Wow, that's a good little story right
That is
there.
a good story.
Um,
True story.
and on the same vein, I found a couple stories that were ghost related. You want to read that headline?
This story dated December 14, 2016. My husband died, and now his ghost wants anal. If this was literally written for us.
Yeah. So it's pretty long. We don't need to read the whole thing, I don't think, unless you want to go through and read it all.
I mean, you can't just pull something like this up and all right, I'll read the first couple paragraphs, then
Okay.
maybe we can scroll down.
All right.
My husband Jake passed away recently. Having to mourn the man I love was one of the hardest things I'll ever have to do. I didn't think I would be able to live without seeing his face again. As luck would have it, just days after he died, he came back as a ghost. I was never a superstitious person, but when Jake walked through the refrigerator and honked my breast, I knew it was really him. Jake, you sleaze. Weird misconception about ghosts. They can walk through stuff, but they also have the ability to grope. Come on, guys. How many times have we said this? Over the next few hours, Jake explained everything to me. Okay, you want to hear an early hypothesis? She's schizophrenic. It's actually very romantic. See, his love for me is so strong that he chose to give up his physical form and spend the rest of eternity by my side. What do you mean? He died. He killed himself? He chose?
I don't know. She didn't go into the detail about the death.
Schizophrenic. Or at least until I die. That's a small flaw in the plan. He's stuck here forever, while I'll probably be gone by 2070.
2070?
Depending on if I'm able to kick this drinking habit. Okay, so she's just getting drunk.
She's an alcoholic. She lost
my
it
God.
after he died. She killed him probably.
Why couldn't she just
I think she killed
why
him.
couldn't she just decide to do the same and then they just live together forever?
I don't know. You have to ask her.
Full disclosure, a tiny part of why Jake became a ghost has to do with a certain unfinished aspect of our relationship.
And we know about that because with the
title.
the lady banging the young guy.
Well, that was
'cause
past lives.
Well, he didn't get off.
He was a virgin.
He was a virgin, so he
Yeah.
had to bang her.
Despite all we've gone through, there is one territory unexplored, one frontier unpenetrated, the one thing he couldn't rest without, my anus. I'm not a prude. I'm no Condoleezza Rice.
Okay,
but
weird
'cause
analogy.
famously, Condoleezza Rice does not do anal.
Yeah. Everybody knows that.
But anal is something I'm particularly. But anal is not something I'm particularly interested in, and I never thought Jake was either.
He just never brought it up.
That is until he came back after death in ghostly form to tell me otherwise. Once I had wrapped my head around all this, I realized I was stuck in a classic dilemma that every woman must deal with at some point in her life. Should I submit myself to a sexual act I'm uncomfortable with because my husband died and his spirit came back to ask for it? I really had to think this through.
Completely. Yeah, this happens to just about every woman.
Yeah, I remember my mom telling me about this.
Yeah.
First, it hurts. Well, he's a ghost. Oh, but
he honked her breast.
her tit.
He got a little grab.
So he's still as potent
He's a
as he
horny
was
little
in
guy,
life.
isn't he?
Yeah. First, it hurts. Oh, first it hurts that he waited so long to tell me. We were best friends, and I thought we could talk about anything.
I know.
More importantly, why didn't he ask me for it on that surprise trip to Hawaii when he had a finger in my ass? Seriously, why else do you even bring someone to Hawaii if not to ask for anal? All right, she's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Second, this ghost thing has really changed the nature of our relationship. Shocker. Jake and I can't socialize in public together. Ghosts are pretty marginalized. Besides, he mostly likes to hang out in the basement and wail. All right, this is satire. Yeah. I'm trying to be supportive of his new thing, but it's not very sexy. Finally, what does it say about me as a woman? If I bend on over for any ghost that comes, well, it's your husband.
Yeah, it's not any old ghost, and it sounds like you haven't encountered any other ghosts besides this.
I have gently declined anal offers from many opaque humans. And now here Jake appears, more similar to cloud than man. Expecting my opinion to change, becoming a ghost just for butt play is pretty manipulative. Look, I get it. There is literally no greater gesture of love than haunting someone. That's very much a fact. It's sweet, but sweet enough that I'll put another one of my orifices up on the sexual marketplace?
Yeah, what happens? Now he penetrates and then it's just up for sale? On the meat market?
Yeah, she's got a very skewed view of how this will continue on.
Yeah, all of a sudden she's an anal fanatic.
Now that I've made my decision, I'm looking forward to all the anal-free time I'll get to spend with Jake because of his post-death transition. We'll have years together we otherwise wouldn't. Decades to learn about each other and maybe even plant that garden we'd always talked about. It might be a little strange living with my sexually frustrated ghost husband, but with communication, we can resolve any awkwardness. I know that ultimately my Jakey really loves me, and it will be totally cool existing until the end of time without ever putting it in my butt.
That's a good story.
That is a good story. I like that a lot.
Yeah, she's got it figured out too. If this, I think we both agree that it probably is satire. Mm-hmm. But if she really does think this, she wants to spend time with Jake, I bet as soon as he dumps in her with the anal.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's poofed. Ghosted her. So
yeah, you got to hold out.
Yeah, she's got to hold out.
Or maybe he'd be more open, and she'd learn even more.
What do you mean?
If he finally got in her butt, and then he was like, "I really feel like I 100% trust you now, and I can tell you everything."
Yeah. Then now they're happier.
He's not holding back anything. Now that she didn't hold back anything.
She definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Him. Yeah. But he was holding back stuff too.
But he knew. I don't know. I'm just trying to take Jake's side here.
Why?
I always side with the ghost.
Not the penis?
Well, that'd be Jake's sides too.
Mm-hmm.
So go.
Well, hopefully they're happy together.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's working out for
Happy
him.
Haunting, Jake.
Yeah. Good for you guys. So, yeah, that's Jake. And what was her name? She didn't give her name. Anal? Blanal?
Anal lady? Anti-anal?
Yeah, so what if that happened, though? What if
Jake came to me?
No, I'm saying, like, what if you were in a relationship and then you died, and then your ghost was just stuck around because of some sexual thing, and now you're stuck in purgatory because you couldn't get anal?
Well, I guess you really hope that the rules of the afterlife are these ones.
Yeah.
And that you can walk through things,
you
but can
grab
still
stuff and
have a physical interaction.
What if it's something you didn't even know, like you wanted to be asphyxiated autoerotically or something?
That's going to be harder.
That's going to be really hard.
If these ghost rules exist and this is the world you're in, the universe, you can just put your penis in anyone's butt.
Yeah.
I mean, you can float into the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's countless ways I could go on. But if you want to get choked, that's going to be a lot harder.
That's going to be hard. As it goes.
I guess unless if you can if you can honk a boob, you can hang a belt over the thing in the.
Patrick Swayze could sit in a chair.
Yeah, and he could help make pottery.
That's what he did in the Ghost movie?
In Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember did you see it? You just saw that sat.
I saw pieces of it.
Well, there was when he realized that he could affect the physical world, I think was when he was in the subway and this really angry ghost was yelling at him and he like pushed him in a trash can.
Well, so, if you had to pick, what do you think the best way, if you died in a sexual manner, what would be the best way?
What do you mean?
Like you just died doing something sexual. What do you think would be the best? Would it be like suffocation by tits? Would it be?
I mean, apparently people are willing to risk their lives for autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah,
so
do you think
apparently
that'd
the combo of getting nearly choked out
Yeah.
and blasting off is the ultimate. So any combo of that, I guess.
Do you think we should try it on the show?
Do I think we should try autoerotic asphyxiation on the show? Yes.
As a closeout to Spookmonth. Because if you die, it's fine.
And
Feels
what if
good.
and if it all works out, what if we did the scenario I was talking about yesterday?
Okay, that's what we're doing. We've got it. Okay, it's gonna be a loaded last episode. So guys, get ready. We're not coming out of this alive.
The last few episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That seems like the best way to die, but boobies could be a good way to die.
Boobies,
too.
yeah, boobies are cool. Yeah.
Be nice.
Well, I got a guy. I can help you out.
You got a guy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Diddleson.
Diddleson?
Diddleson. He's a Boy Scout chief.
And he moonlights as a priest in his free time.
He attends St. Mary's. Well, we got another story sent in, right?
The Lost Wanderer. Okay. What is this?
Something about trash.
So yeah, this is good. Wrote this out. Google Docs.
You want to read it or you want me to read it?
You read it. And who sent this in?
This is from Danny.
Danny. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead. You're better at it.
All right. Hey, guys. Hey, Danny. I regret missing the chance to submit a spooky story last year during Spook Month, so I definitely wanted to make sure I got one to you this time around. This submission is based on a true story. He's titled it "The Lost Wanderer."
Good title.
That is a good title. Do you have any maybe a little sound effect to lead us into this one?
Oh God, I forgot about the sound effects. Yeah, let's say it again.
Sorry. This is called "The Lost Wanderer." Nice. I was wandering and got lost. Great story, Danny. No, seriously. This is "The Lost Wanderer."
I missed the cue.
This is "The Lost Wanderer." Spooky toilet.
It kind of sounded like a fly.
Many years ago, on a warm summer day, a young boy went to visit some extended family out near Monetta, South Carolina. As the sun began to set, the young boy and his family decided it was time to return home for the evening. The lull of the car ride and the breeze from his window in the van made it inevitable for the boy to fall asleep as he awaited his return to their family home. Soon, everything became dark and quiet. The boy awakened from the heat of the evening only to discover he was still in the van, alone, and parked somewhere other than his home. Concerned and confused, the boy exited the van into the darkness and began to wander the area looking for his family. On the verge of tears, the boy saw a light in the distance through the woods. Before he could venture towards it, he heard a voice behind him. "Where are you going?" the voice asked. The boy turned around and saw two young teens. I knew as soon as I saw teens. A boy and a girl, propped on their bicycles with inquisitive faces as to where this young boy might have come from. The young boy was confused as to why even the young teens were out in the darkness, but he felt like they could be trusted. "I'm trying to find my mom," the boy said. "I woke up and we weren't home, and now I don't know where I am." "We'll help you find your mom. Don't worry," said the teens. Into the night, the boy and the teens went to a few of the houses, asking if they knew the boy's cousin whom they had visited, or the boy's mom. Excuse me. At each house they went to, the neighbors were only confused at the situation. This caused the boy to become more distressed and worried that he would never return home. Suddenly, the boy heard his name shouted off in the distance. He looked over and saw his family calling his name and searching for him. The boy frantically ran toward them to let them know he was safe. "Where have you been? We've been looking for you," his family exclaimed. Oh. That is when the boy learned that his family had forgotten something when they were halfway home and turned around but left him sleeping in the car. Excited to be reunited with his family, the boy turned around to thank the teens that had helped keep him safe. But to his surprise, the teens had vanished. He looked and looked, but there was no sign or trace of them as he stood there wondering if they ever existed. To this day, the boy could never figure out the events of that spooky night, but he lives to tell his tale to the Greyboys because that young boy was me.
Wow.
So
he saw some ghosts.
Ghost kids.
Yeah, ghost kids.
Child ghosts.
Which is not that uncommon, I don't think.
Child ghosts?
Mm-hmm. Like kids that
die?
Yeah, kids that die and then they're so young they don't really realize what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of
living.
They just keep trying to live, but they're in this weird state. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, it's a good story.
That's pretty cool.
He didn't tell us how old he was, right?
No, I was about to ask, like, how old.
Danny, tell us how old you were. We're curious.
Yeah.
And how old were they were young teens?
But man, because you think about if you lost your parents.
Yeah.
As a young, you're terrified.
I mean, it was scary when you got separated in Walmart as a kid.
Yeah, because you're so reliant.
Imagine being in the woods and shit.
Yeah, that's terrifying. And then you come across these. Yeah, like I honestly want to know just more about this.
Yeah, like what were they wearing? What did they look like?
Did they say like what was the whole encounter?
Yeah.
Like what did you do with
remember the whole, was it more of an ethereal like a I don't know how to word it.
When was the last time you saw him too? And like what happened?
And when you were saying that the people were confused, whose house you went to, are you now looking back and thinking they were confused because you were maybe mentioning some people that weren't there in your story?
Yeah, that's possible.
Like these kids found me, these teens, and they're like, "What?"
No, yeah, nobody's with you.
A lot of questions here.
Because it is a thing of like you see in movies or stories sometimes that kids can see stuff that adults can't see.
And when I was full on ghost, like 100% ghosts are real, no doubt about it. That was one of my theories. Was whenever kids get scared, which is all the time, you're like, it's nothing. It's in your head. It's in your head. It's in your head. That's drilled into our head so much that we're actually seeing stuff, but then you're able to like block it out.
Yeah. Like the belief system just kind of goes away.
I mean, my beliefs have changed since, but that was a theory that I maintained.
But this was a good story.
Yeah,
I'm glad you sent this in. Yeah, and let us know more, even if it's not for not for the podcast, just for
us.
Yeah,
to jerk off to later.
The Lost Wanderer.
The Lost Wanderer.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, speaking of your story too, I mean, do we want to go into?
I feel like we've done a lot of reading already. We can save it. We'll save it.
Okay, we can save it.
We'll save it.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
It's fine.
What's your favorite spell?
Incubus in penetration.
I meant like paladin spell that you can cast. Retribution?
Wrath of God.
Is that what spell eventually?
No. Hammer of Wrath.
Hammer of Wrath.
But then you just use your penis.
Penal Wrath.
Penile Wrath.
That's a good spell.
Oh yeah? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite spell? Is Sriracha? Just make everything pop off.
I like, oh shit, it's in my eye. That's usually a good one.
And then the people do this. My eye.
It's in my eye. It's like I'm sure there's been somebody who's eaten a bunch of sriracha and then touched their penis too soon. Like, did you ever do the thing where you like
icy hot,
like icy hot or Bengay, and then you touch your dick or your balls and you wanted to die?
Yeah, it was awful. I mean, the feeling's not. You can't explain it.
That's the scariest thing.
Yeah,
that's scarier than a demon. Imagine, all right, you have two options, Jerry. You ready? A demon's about to attack you, or there's a bunch of strong dudes with really icy hot hands. They're about to come just rub it on your penis.
It might be a good get off. I don't know.
It won't be. It's going to burn.
So what? I can't do anything against a demon, though.
What are you going to do against? They're way bigger and stronger than you. Not saying much.
Okay.
They're pretty small dudes in general.
Just meth out. Icy hot fiends, and they're just looking.
They've been huffing a bunch of icy hot out of brown paper bags, and now they're coming.
They can't feel their face
or
hands.
To rub it on your dick and balls.
It sounds pretty cool, to be honest.
All right, so you're going with that.
Yeah, I'm going with that
right,
for sure. Definitely.
Bet.
Yeah, no, anything related to a weird feeling in your penis is pretty horrifying.
Oh, I'll tell you a scary feeling. Maybe I wonder if you've had this. Have you ever had your penis fall asleep?
What?
Exactly. That was my exact. Okay, so yeah. So this has happened one time in my life, and I never want it to happen again. Because, like if you sleep on your arm and you wake up, your arm is asleep and you got the weird tingles and stuff. Same as like if you sit on, well, you won't know this, but a lot of normal people, if you sit on the toilet too long, your leg falls asleep. Just different body parts falling asleep. Well, never in my life had I experienced my penis falling asleep. And you have never.
Mm-mm.
Here's how it happened. This was a few years ago, and I was with someone else, and we were going to their sister's house to pick something up or something. We were just going there really quick. So we get there, and so we were like on a love seat, but the person I was with was sitting here. Her sister was next to her. And so then I was just sitting on the armrest of the love seat. And I guess it was just the way the armrest was positioned into my prostate that after about 15 minutes, I got up and my penis it didn't feel right.
Via prostate?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got up, and up until that moment, felt totally normal. Nothing was out of the ordinary. I was just a guy sitting on an armrest. I got up, my penis was gone.
Phantom, ghost penis.
It was the most uncomfortable and terrifying experience. It didn't feel like when your arm's asleep
Did it
you
just
got
feel
the
like
tingles.
nothing was
It was
there?
just like it felt empty. It felt like a void of penis.
Wow.
It was bad.
Yeah,
that's happened one time.
Have you tried to recreate
No,
it?
it was awful.
How'd it feel after though? When you
as it was coming back?
Yeah, when you were
uncomfortable. Like blood I don't know.
Like burning a little bit, maybe?
More of a throb, but not a good kind of throb, like a dull pain.
Okay. Wow. You had a phantom penis for a while.
Yeah, it was awful.
Did you tell anybody at the time?
Well, I told the person I was with.
What'd they say?
They didn't know what to say. They were a girl. They had no idea how to.
They feel that all the time.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you know how I feel right now?
I feel like nothing's there.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
If anyone else has had their penis fall asleep, please let me know. I'm not.
Well, I told you I've been scared that I had frostbite on my penis before, that's terrifying.
You gotta chop it off.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Gangrene. Yeah,
because I was It was when I was new to the Midwest winters, and I went for a run in like 6-degree weather, and had underwear and just like a thin layer of a pant over that. And I get about halfway through the run, probably like 15 minutes in, and I'm like, oh no, this doesn't feel
just numb,
it
burning?
started burning, and it's like I can't do anything. Like I'm 15 minutes out. I got to run back as fast as I can. So at that point, I feel the burning and I turn back. Temperature's still the same. So I'm going and it progressively just keeps getting worse. And by the time like I get close, like as I'm barely able to run, it just feels like frozen and just like a complete burnt. Like because I've got an icy hot. It's like icy hot times 10.
Were you wearing gloves?
I think so.
I would have taken them off and put my stuff in the glove.
But then my hands would have been frozen.
Better than your penis.
Yeah, that's true. But at the time, I didn't think that.
You weren't thinking straight.
No,
because your penis was freezing off.
It was terrifying. And it's just like I didn't time it, but I bet that 15 minutes back was probably the fastest I've ever run. And then
Which
I
might have been
back.
worse because you're making the cold air go across it quicker.
It's
you probably would
possible.
have been better off walking back with your hand over your crotch.
And then I got back and got a hot towel, like soaked in water, and put. You know the feeling like if you're cold and
Like
getting
your
a hot
toes when
shower.
their toes are cold.
Yeah,
and you
it
get
just burns. It was just I was on fire. It felt like somebody had just taken a flame and just ignited my whole area down there. It was awful. Luckily, didn't turn purple. Didn't have to cut it off. But I learned from then to layer up.
Yeah, you
after
gotta layer up.
God, it's just wind and the cold on your wiener is
Cuts
not a
through.
good combo.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's a sensitive little area.
It
down there.
is. It is.
Man.
Like whenever you pee outside in like the dead of winter,
Mm-hmm.
that initial, because that's the warmest part of your body,
Yeah.
and that initial like fresh cold winter's air hitting your
Takes
your,
the life
your
out
meat.
of you.
It's not good. What's the opposite of a microwave? A
Um,
rapid chiller?
A vacuum of space? I don't know.
What's the blast chiller? Isn't that the term?
That's chiller. Yeah.
Yeah. Penises are cool though.
Just this phallic thing. This only just out in the open.
I was watching a video. I've been meaning to clip it, but I think Thomas might have sent it to our group thing on Instagram. But it was an elephant with just a giant
Oh yeah,
cock
he sent it to us.
walking around. And that just made me start thinking, like, this elephant goes through like briar patches.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how thick
It's
that
calloused.
skin?
It's so
it probably
calloused.
feels like concrete.
Yeah. It's like our skin can't even compare to
No.
the skin of an elephant's penis.
But our ancestors, their penises were
pretty
probably
calloused?
pretty calloused. Like, crawling, trying to sneak up on animals.
it's actually a good
their
question.
dicks dragging
Because
in the
they had a
rocks.
lot of hair probably around it too.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'd like to see an ancient dick. I really would. Like
Okay.
just the whole like how was it how was everything?
pretty good.
You think so?
Pretty calloused.
There's no way
Dry.
their penis was just callous though.
No, it was because they would crawl on the ground in the rocks
What are you talking about?
to sneak up on wild game.
Do you think they're just crawling around in rocks, just rubbing their penis on everything?
They weren't doing it to rub their penis. They were doing it to get food to survive and
I don't know if
provide
I can-
for the village, the tribe.
You know this for a fact that they were just
I mean, it sounds like it
Sprawled
checks
out.
out.
just bare ass
I don't
eagle
think
on the ground.
they probably weren't bare ass, but I don't think they had these seam work, the
the tailor.
seamstressy to make pants. So that would be
But
enclosed. So
a
I
pelt?
think in pelt, loin cloth, open,
Yeah.
kind of like a poncho.
Yeah, that'll
You're
protect you.
crawling, but maybe every now and then your dick slips out and drags the rocks.
be a-
You can't stop. You can't like change
be a
things
slobber.
because you got to sneak up on that ancient gazelle or whatever it is, and you got to kill it and eat to get another pelt. So little Timmy's not dragging dick everywhere all the time. He gets a little bit of a pelt.
I don't know.
Probably wasn't named Timmy. Probably more Ungwa. Little
like Elon Musk's kid.
Yeah.
Musk's.
Muscus.
Musk's.
But yeah, I think their dicks were probably tougher into the touch,
You think that made him thicker, or
just by
by sheer just
nature of it.
brutality?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think they
You
had
think
tougher.
they ever got like thorns and splinters,
Yeah,
and
I
then
do.
went to have sex, and then they didn't know they were really there? And
Probably.
then-
Probably. That probably happened.
It's a rough time because they were like raping everybody too.
Yeah. The women, there were, I don't know if you knew this, there were not many women's rights in caveman days. I read a book about it.
Jesus. Yeah, maybe I don't want to see all this. This sounds pretty barbaric.
Yeah, it's not good. There was a movie that I wasn't allowed to watch as a kid that my parents, I don't know why my parents had the DVD, called Clan of the Cave Bear. Look that up.
Clan of the Cave Bear?
Yeah, and they told me, like, hey, don't watch this DVD.
What did you ask, or they just said?
No, they just told me. So obviously I watched it.
Yeah, you can't say that to a kid.
Me and Thomas watched it, and this was the symbol they did. This was the sign language that the males would do to the females. They'd have their hand at their fist, they'd hit, and then go like this, and that meant, hey, I'm about to have sex with you. And they'd be like, well, no, I'd rather not. And they're like, and then they bang them. And I think that was the one scene they didn't want me to watch as a young man, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
But yeah, this was it. That was the DVD cover with the white face there.
Oh, yeah.
Go to images.
I feel like I've seen some stuff of this. I've definitely
Scroll
seen
down.
her before. I mean,
she's a hot cave woman, though.
yeah, I don't think cave women look like
Click
that.
on that one. Bring that one up. Yeah, that's a good-looking cave lady.
Yeah.
But yeah, that they didn't have a choice.
Yeah, it's kind of, they made them look atrocious, but they were like, you just be you.
Yeah, had to have some kind of selling point.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So yeah, these guys were just like,
yeah, they were just raping them.
I mean, tough times, right?
Yeah, not the best time to be alive, I'll be honest.
Huh.
But yeah, shouts out Clan of the Cave Bear. When did that come out? 1986.
86?
Yeah. They also told me they had another DVD up there, 10. They told me not to watch 10.
What was that?
That one's kind of like a classic in a way. What's her name? Bo Derek. Is that right? Running down the beach with the dreadlocks.
Ooh, yeah, they're on the beach.
Yeah.
I feel like I can picture that.
Told me not to watch that one, so I watched it.
Did you get off?
I got off.
What? Is that the first time you got a boner?
No, I'm sure it was way before that.
Yeah, did you? Because babies get boners.
Yeah.
You knew that?
No,
You ever seen it?
I've never seen a baby's boner. You have?
No, I'm sure the Moyles have though.
Moyles live for it.
What if that's what's happening when they're draining the blood? This is probably a good time for Moyles right now. Just a bloody Halloween penis, and it's erect on a child.
On a full Halloween moon.
Ooh, that's the thing with Halloween. It's gonna be a full moon.
Yeah, what
Daylight
was the
savings
secret moon you were talking about this year?
That was, I think that was it.
Just a Halloween moon?
Let me, I can do, because it said something every 19 years, I think I remember.
Uh-huh.
So maybe if I, yeah, so it's just a
full moon on
just
Halloween.
a full moon. And it happens roughly once every 19 years. So this,
I'll be 49 for the next one.
Yeah.
I'll almost be 50.
Ugh, yikes. So yeah, there's gonna be a full moon, daylight saving times, Halloween zone Saturday. What else? I don't know.
2020 boned us, man.
It's gonna be.
It set us up and then it boned us.
This could be the end.
Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
Well, people are saying that maybe the Mayans just got it backwards and they meant 2021 and not 2012.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Which I wouldn't be too upset about. Honestly, if the world ended in 2021, would I be that upset? Yes, because I feel like I have a lot of life left to live. But no, because I'm fairly happy. And, I think it's something. So there's something to be said about seeing the end of the world.
That's a good point. I wouldn't mind seeing the end of the world, however it comes, whenever it comes.
And I'd rather, if I had my choice, if I could pick, all right, what age would you pick? The world's going to end. however it is, aliens, asteroid, Mayans, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to be 65.
I want to be a little younger, I think. Just so if something's happening, like maybe I can be a part of it.
You could still be a part of it at 65.
But like be a big part of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, when I'm 45.
There you go. See, you want to have some stamina.
Yeah, I need stamina.
Yeah, you got to have that stamina.
All right, now I want it to happen. This is the most stamina. Every second I live, that's a little less stamina.
Just drained away. Because you think if there's like some sort of
War of the Worlds situation.
some sort of
You gotta
attack,
run
some
and
sort
pick up
of
your kids.
apocalyptic scenario, you want to be able to just do something.
Because here's the thing, too. Because obviously I think we can both agree. If we could pick, it's going to be aliens attacking.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Hopefully they're good, but yeah, if they're attacking, they're not good.
Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and one of the Fannings.
And the other guy.
That's what I want. That kind of thing, where it's like, apocalyptic. A big part of me would like to have kids someday. Mm-hmm. If I knew that was coming, I probably wouldn't have kids. Just so I wouldn't have to worry about keeping them alive.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother element you got to worry about. Because normal survival, you're just trying to save yourself, and then now you got to worry about these. Yeah,
because you're worried way more about them than you are yourself.
Kids, you're dead.
You're not Tom Cruise.
No, you're not.
He can do it.
Let's be honest, he can't do it.
He can. He does all his own stunts, Jerry. We couldn't do half the stunts he does, and he's like 50-something.
Okay, well maybe we should join Scientology too.
I've been trying to get you to every day.
I thought we canceled Tom Cruise.
Did we?
Yeah, we canceled Tom Cruise.
He still do more stunts than us.
Well, not anymore because he's canceled.
Yeah, but
he can do them in his house, but that's it.
But I mean, he doesn't have to stay in his house with the world's ending. Everyone's on As soon as aliens show up, everyone's uncanceled. It's uneven playing field. We're all second to the aliens at that point. You realize this, right?
Yeah,
Everyone's uncanceled if the aliens show up. Mm-hmm. I'm not speaking out of class here.
Oh, I agree. If aliens show up, we're gonna have to just release people from the prisons too.
No, just leave them.
Leave them?
Yeah, whatever happens to them, happens to them. They had their chance and they screwed it up.
They might help though.
Okay, well, I would they're going to be better than us. Yeah. I don't need them out here.
They're going to be more brutal.
I need to be closer to the top of the people who are out. That way, if there's like, little tribes or whatever, civilizations forming, I have a better shot of being closer to the top of the totem pole. If we got these murderers and drug dealers running around,
and now they've just been working out
these
the whole
gangbangers. Yeah, I got no chance.
That's true. But poor decision making
on their part.
Yeah. So that might be
shouldn't have been in prison when the end of the world came. Well, you mean if they were out, they'd make poor decisions?
Yeah. So it might not be that.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of collateral damage in their decisions. And I don't want to be in that blast radius.
Yeah. Jesus, yeah. I don't know. Like if they come at what do we do? Do we like befriend an NFL football team or something?
No, forget NFL football teams. We go and we find whatever preppers we can find. Gun nuts. The preppers, the people who have bunkers.
Yeah,
those people we look for. Forget football teams. Dude, they're more pampered than us.
That's true, but they can run fast.
Okay, yeah, let them run. We're gonna sit here with freaking bazookas in a shipping crate that was buried 40 feet under the ground, and have all the MREs we could ever want because we made friends with freaking Roy.
Here's a good question. So this scenario happens.
Okay.
You're with Roy the retard in his little bunker, and he's weird. It's awful. You don't like it. But then you're there, you're safe, you're living. You can come out maybe 5-10 years from now. The earth's scorched, but yet it still exists, and you still exist.
Right.
And I don't know. Or you can go out guns a-blazing.
I'm going out guns a-blazing.
Me too.
100%.
Yeah.
If I can take one hostile alien out on my way out,
yeah,
I've done my job. If I can take more than that, just bonus for you bitches that I'm leaving behind is I'm just like, just
Yeah.
yeah.
So we befriend people that are ready to fight, and not the preppers.
I will honestly say I think there's a much smaller percent. There's a tiny percent of professional athletes who are going to be willing to fight. Of a tiny percent.
Mm-hmm.
The rest, they're going to jump in their Ferraris and speed the other way as fast as they can.
That's true.
Either way, probably we find some preppers. We just need to find gun nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, give me a gun, and we're just with them. We're shooting at aliens. They probably got a tank, a makeshift tank, like the guy in Tread.
Yeah. I tell you, a good case scenario is we form a small militia
right
within the city of Greenville, and we bunker down at Fireforge.
Right.
So that way, we're just pounding beers and then just pounding off rounds and aliens, and we're just sitting there. I mean, we could last probably a week or two.
Yeah, and I like the idea of that because there's
zombies
that
too.
big water tank.
Yeah, the big water tank and tanks full of beer too.
Yeah. And
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd like it better if there was a basement, but
well, my mind went more towards like Shaun of the Dead,
right,
when like zombies are coming in and stuff.
Yeah, I would feel much more comfortable at Fireforge versus zombies than I would aliens.
Yeah, because then you just have like the garage doors and like other like
you can get up on the balcony and shoot down.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Block the stairwell.
I'm actually hoping if there's a scenario of zombies now, we can do that.
And I really hope they're slow, because if they're slow, we could just be in the streets.
Well, okay. What if they're medium speed?
I don't stand a chance.
What do you think zombies run?
Faster than me.
Really?
A fast zombie, yeah. Medium speed, probably.
Close.
Walker, I got him.
Yeah, walkers are nothing.
They
ain't nothing.
I'd imagine getting killed by a walking zombie.
You gotta be a slob.
You just avoid it. You have a stick kind of long with a point. You just stick his head.
A walking zombie. Literally, you just turn to the side, and you should be okay.
And push him over, and then stab him in the back of the head.
But somehow they've made movies and TV shows about it, and they kill people.
You could teabag a walking zombie and just be laughing and just be fine.
Yeah. And it's not like zombies have, most at least, don't have super strength or anything. They're weak.
They're falling apart.
Yeah, they got nothing.
Their bodies are falling apart.
Yeah, they're weak. They're soft. They're stupid.
Yeah.
Zombies are stupid.
You know who's even stupider, though? People who are still watching The Walking Dead that haven't realized it's been the same show since season 1.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. Now they have a new spinoff from the other spinoff that didn't work. Surprise. Yeah, Walking Dead, best show in the whole world.
People still watching The Walking Dead, canceled.
Wow.
You're canceled.
What about Carl, though?
Coral.
I wish they had a Carl sound effect. That'd be pretty cool.
Coral.
Just
Coral. Do you have Rick Grimes saying Coral? Zorgan? Zorgan?
So think of a spiral just going down.
So a flushed zombie?
Yeah, kind of.
Jesus. It's a loud one.
Jump scare.
Flush zombie Coral.
Coral?
That's how he says.
Who's Coral?
Coral.
She sounds cool, I guess.
Look it up. Look up Rick Grimes saying Coral.
All right, we'll give.
Come on. Gimme. Hey. Come on. Rick Grimes saying Coral.
Yeah, they have Coral on here.
I'm Lindsey Graham, and
God damn it, Lindsey Graham!
Product of how he was.
Hi, Coral.
Come
we see it? No, we probably shouldn't.
There is a drinking game, which is basically every time.
Oh, shut up! Why?
So awful. I mean, Andy.
Go back to the
See,
beginning.
they just
go back to
ruin
the
stuff
beginning.
with comedy.
Playing Coral.
That's the whole show. That's the only.
That's it.
That's the only thing you see consistently.
No,
from
here's
that
how it
show.
goes. Because they're like, Coral, we're safe here. And then a zombie shows up and he's like, Coral, we're not safe. And then they run. They get somewhere. He's like, Coral, we're safe here. Coral. It's the same shit.
Yeah, it really is.
What a bad show.
They,
That
like-
first season was awesome, though. The first season was incredible.
Yeah, it was.
Then they got rid of Frank Darabont and everything went downhill.
Well, they tried to adjust it from fighting zombies to fighting people while fighting zombies, and then they just kept doing that over and over. It's like in a post-apocalyptic world where there's only zombies, there's only so much story you can have.
Yeah.
It just can't go that far. Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. Yeah, not much. It's I don't know. Should have been like 5 seasons tops.
If them, yeah, maybe.
See, that's
3 to
the
4.
problem, man. People don't take the Vince Gilligan Breaking Bad format enough because it's like, oh, we're still gonna make money.
Yeah.
Cashing checks and breaking necks, son.
Exactly.
Stacking major chips.
Well, I mean, yeah. At that
I
point,
get it.
though, yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I get it, but it's like
Like we
it-
can talk
you-
as much as we want about it, but they have
you've
incentive.
blown past the art of it all at that point.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I feel like they're still, to them, they're probably still being creative in a sense, but it's just they have to know it's not a good product.
Like if they watch what they're doing now and then go back and watch season 1, which is probably a much different. There's probably very few people that are still there.
Yeah.
But you go back and watch season 1. Season 1 was incredible. Mm-hmm. I was so excited. I was like, I'm all in on this show. And then second season was like, oh, this is pretty good. Maybe they can do it without Frank
Yeah.
Darabont. And third season was like, oh, it's bad. I get it. It's a bad show now. Cool. Thanks.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Thanks, AMC. You gave me Breaking Bad. You gave me Mad Men. It's all been great. Oh, now you give me this. You're setting me up. Tell me it's great. Oh, it's a stinker. Thanks.
Definitely doesn't seem worth it, but to them at the same time, a lot of people are still watching it.
Yeah, a lot of people are stupid.
Yeah.
And you're canceled.
You canceled.
If you're still watching I guess, are they still making new Walking Dead?
Huh?
They're still making new
Yeah.
ones, right?
And a new spinoff. And we do premonitions now. Maybe all those people are dying.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed your last episode of the Greyboys. Now that you're freaking dying.
All right. So, since we're on the topic of movies, to end it,
Okay. I can talk about this for a long time for talking movies.
or TV shows. Let's go movie or TV show. What if you had to pick one thing to represent and watch during the month of October in the spirit of Halloween? What would be your top thing? What's your favorite?
Okay, number 1, I feel like we already said this, but Donnie Darko.
Yeah, that's my number 1 too.
TV show, though. That's movie. TV show. Probably Ghost Adventures.
Really?
Yeah.
Ghost Adventures.
See, it's between... Actually, you know what? I'm going to change it to Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite memories of all time happened while watching Ghost Hunters. This is still when I was 100%, oh yeah, ghosts are 100% real. Don't tell me they're not. You're an idiot if you don't think ghosts were real.
Yeah.
My dad, somehow I managed to talk him into watching Ghost Hunters with me. And 2 of the guys were laying on a bed in a bedroom of a haunted house. And one of them, they're just laying there and like asking questions, being quiet. Do you know this story? And they're just laying there, and one of them goes, "Oh man, did you hear that?" And I was like, "Yeah, what was that?" And the first guy goes, "I don't know. It sounded like wood going." It sounded like wood going against carpet. And my dad. So there was at the time there was 2 recliners upstairs. We were watching.
Yeah.
We're both in the recline in like separate recliners. Recline back, just chilling. Dad's like, "What?" And he flings his recliner down. Walks over to a wooden chair that was on the wall,
pissed.
and he starts rubbing it on the rug. He's like, "What does that sound like? Does that sound like a ghost?"
Dude, those people are just Looney Tunes. They just want it to be real so bad. Wood on carpet. You hear that? The specific sound of wood on carpet?
Some a ghost would do.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god!
And that sound, universal.
Have you? But Ghost Adventures though, with the guy who's
Zach?
gets roid rage, Zach.
Zach?
So there was one where he got possessed. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my god, dude! A demon.
He doesn't really get possessed.
A demon or a ghost
He's a
starts
showman.
getting into him, and he starts like flexing and screaming and shit. Oh, we'll look it up later.
Is he?
I don't think we can play it on here.
Is he trying to like vein out to be a bodybuilder or something?
I mean, he's pretty big.
Okay. Yeah, he is a showman.
His beauty muscles are big for sure.
I would like to see. I would like to see that. Yeah,
it's intense. But, all right, so Donnie Darko's the movie. Ghost Adventures / Ghost Hunters is the show I would watch to encapsulate Spookmonth.
Okay, I got Donnie Darko as well. So that's. I mean, if we're both agreeing on the movie, like everybody needs to watch that if you haven't seen it for Halloween. And then I'm gonna go not Halloween themed, but I'm going Stranger Things.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Just because I think it has the vibe of everything I want.
If I was gonna pick a non-scripted show, because the other 2 certainly aren't scripted, that's the one I'd pick. That show's I love that show.
But it just has such a cool vibe, and
Yeah.
I think it encapsulates
music.
everything. Yeah, exactly.
So good.
Yeah.
And while we're on Stranger Things, the internet, I don't know how many like movie or TV things you follow on like social media and stuff. And you could see all these arguments. They really hate that one episode where 11 ran off with the other little powerfuls.
That was kind of a weird episode.
I didn't mind it.
I liked it, but it was kind of weird.
People hate it. People hate it.
People love to hate, man.
Yeah, I love
People
to
love
hate.
to
I
hate.
love to hate.
I don't. I mean, yeah, I do sometimes.
Speaking of, well, you got anything else? This could kind of lead into a shout out for me.
No, I don't have anything else.
So, speaking of loving to hate, shouts out to a listener of ours and a friend of ours, Preston. Rian Johnson ruined it. He ruined Star Wars. He ruined it.
But yeah, you were telling me I haven't even seen it past the first new one.
Yeah, Rian Johnson ruined it, Preston. JJ set up a lot of good stuff. And then what's the last one? Skywalker. Tried to rewatch it. I gave it another chance. I hadn't seen it was in theaters, Ken. I was like, you know what? It's on Disney Plus. You know what? I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love the universe. Just give it another chance. It's nasty crap.
Here's a good thought.
Anyway, shouts out Preston. That's all I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
thanks, Preston.
What were you gonna say?
I mean, it seems like everything has a common theme here, like The Walking Dead. Like just trying to do too much. Star Wars, just trying to do too. Like just let it be what it was,
and
let it have its moment. Let it just go to its peak and just be done.
Well, see, now here's where I would say different on Star Wars.
Yeah,
there is, man. Why have we not talked about Star Wars before? There is. This is going to be a 3-hour episode now. There is so much room in that universe to make things like The Mandalorian is one of the greatest television shows. It's incredible.
Sure,
it's so good. And the Skywalker saga had so many places to go.
Sure.
And JJ, even though he remade A New Hope with The Force Awakens, he laid some breadcrumbs and set some things up that were going to be incredible. But Rian Johnson, he got his weird little nerd boner over himself that he was going to change things and make it, what you're used to is not what you're going to get. It's going to be everything different now. And he ruined it. He shat all over it.
Yeah,
he's a piece of shit. He's terrible.
Okay, yeah, and that's.
But
I understand.
But to that, what you were saying, like let it be its thing. Well, it had room to go. It had places to go.
Yeah, but it seems like when it's that big, when it's becoming, it seems inevitable that eventually it's just gonna not be as good.
Right.
It's just not
Sure.
gonna. It's just gonna be
And
in
three-
some forms. It's gonna just be bad.
3 trilogies, they could have done it justice. I mean, people shit on the prequels, and I had this argument with my sister when we were quarantining together before I moved here. People love to shit on the prequels. You go back and watch the prequels now; they're so much better. They're far and away 1,000 times better than this second trilogy.
That kid had to change his name.
It's insane. It's insanely better. And my sister was like, "Oh, but what about blah blah blah?" And I was like, "No, the prequels aren't as stupid as the original. Star Wars is stupid. Like, it's a fun universe. That's part of it. It's stupid." She's like, "Oh, what do you mean?" I was like, "There was a catfish leading the space assault for the rebellion in Return of the Jedi. There's a catfish, Jerry.
I didn't see it.
Google Admiral Akbar. Google Admiral Akbar.
Admiral
Akbar. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
And put him on the screen.
He's not a catfish. He doesn't look good though. God, he looks pretty bad actually.
This is who was leading the space assault in the original sequel, the original trilogy, that everyone says is the greatest of all time, which it is. But to say that anything's less stupid is insane because they had a catfish.
Yeah.
The prequels are somewhat. Shouts out, Preston.
Yeah. You got us on a little. I don't know. I think the moral is
just be creative.
Be creative, but nothing can be great forever.
Sure, and stop doing it from. I don't know, man. I just like Star Wars a lot. I wish it was better now.
Yeah.
I'm just holding on to The Mandalorian.
It'll be okay, buddy.
The Obi-Wan series is going to start shooting in 2021, so that's good.
It'll be okay, bud. We'll get past it together.
And then, dude, they were that's why Game of Thrones went to shit. Was because Dan and whatever the other little bitch's name was, they were about to get that Star Wars movie.
Yeah, no, I know. And then they had to push it out. Yeah.
And then, they didn't have to. They were like, "Oh yeah, let's just do. We can do it in 6." So they could start getting that Star Wars money. And then Star Wars was like, "Yeah, guys, you aren't writing this for us anymore." So justice is served. Yeah. Shouts out Star Wars.
Shouts out Star Wars.
Except Ryan Johnson.
Well, shouts out definitely Danny and Zach for sending us in some stuff.
Shouts out you guys.
Those are good stories. We really appreciate that. It was nice. Shouts out to you, obviously.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Shouts out Paladins, World of Warcraft, Blizzard,
Righteous Fury.
Shouts out to Blizzard for taking years of my childhood from me.
Shouts out to Arthas.
Arthas, he's a cool dude. He is the Lich King. He's the coolest character.
100%.
By far. Shouts out Arthas. And again, I'll echo it from last week. Shouts out to Jordan, Jake, and Thomas for sending us in those things, and everybody else that sent us in stuff too.
Zach and Danny.
Yeah, Zach and Danny. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I will echo some from last week as well, which stuff coming out soon. Shouts out Craig and another Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan Bounce. Is it Bounce?
Bouncies?
Jordan Bouncies.
Bounce on my face?
Jordan Bounce on my face for helping us with the short you guys will be seeing very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, I'm guessing by this time, whenever you hear this, not at this moment, whenever you hear this, the information for ordering the shirts will be out.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully. And then we do have, hopefully, another special little event for you in this month as well. That we'll put out another little video of content too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, what the
So now that we have it, we'll see what happens.
Talking about?
Yeah,
okay.
So we'll keep you updated on that.
Cool.
All right. You got anything else?
Shouts out you. I didn't shout you out. I'd like to shout you out if I could.
Well, thanks. I appreciate
Shouts out
that.
to you, man.
Appreciate that.
You look great. You look really big in the screen. Yeah, oh my God, look at you go, dude.
It's actually my real arm.
Is it?
No.
Flex
it's
it.
fluffed. I mean, I think maybe it gets bigger if I do that. I don't know.
Is there a way to combine that and Prison Vic?
I can figure
the
it out.
band
Maybe
down.
I still got to figure out one costume.
Anyway, and shouts out to you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. that means the aliens are here. So bye.
See you guys.